Hello guys, MikuChibi here, welcome back to our Sword Art Factor, and today we can have a look at the newest banner, the Sword Art Factor Original Heroine Order, Builders of Tomorrow. So these are two characters that was added into the game. KOHARU, of course, the first one, and Sanya was added later on from a fan commission, I believe, or they had a competition where they're gonna add a character into the game, if I remember, something like that. It was a long time ago. Sanya was added like on floor 14 or something like that. And now we have a banner that are used for them. All four Sanya Skill Record are KOHARU and Sanya. No Kirito, no Asuna, just Sanya and KOHARU. So perfect for those that really like KOHARU and Sanya and like to collect more of those. And you can also see that it only costs 2,500 Arcana Gem to do 11 order. And each multi you're doing, it is a guaranteed 4-star, either KOHARU or Sanya. So really good banner, to be honest. A guaranteed 4-star for every single 2,500, definitely worth it, and maybe you have a chance to get extra in during those 11 order, who knows. And this banner is available till the 24th of June, so you have roughly 9 days to decide if you want to pull in this banner or not. And if you look on the feature, we do have one of the best full burst dagger right now, Time of the Challenge KOHARU, really good one if you can utilize the bonus here. Then we have Sanya, Power Rise 4, pretty good. And then we have Sorted by Hand, which is a support skill that is buffing wind damage and also switch damage. Really useful for floor 44, definitely a skill that you really want to have. And then this one, another full burst, and this one's War, definitely really useful for example, floor 69. So we do have a lot of like good skills here, a lot of full burst that is really good. And you can see the rate here, you have 0.037%, and there are like many KOHARU skill and Sanya skill that you can get. Mostly KOHARU, because KOHARU has more skill. And if you look on the guaranteed one, you have 0.925% chance to get the skill you really want. So if you really want the full burst KOHARU, you have roughly close to 1% chance to get it. And I believe there are around, actually let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 108 skill record in this banner. Alright, so you have 1 in 108. I wish you guys good luck if you're planning to pull on this banner. So now the question is this banner worth the pull? Well, it really depends what you need and what you have, of course. If you're a person that really needs a lot of KOHARU skill and Sanya skill and you miss out the birthday, then this banner, I would say, is actually really good. It only costs 2,500 Arcana Gem to summon on this one, and is guaranteed always a 4-star. But keep in mind, it's not guaranteed the one you really want. You have only close to 1% chance to get it, and you have to be real lucky. If you look on the list here, there are many skills that you get, and most of them can be real trash, and some can be really good, who knows. If you look into, like, for example, Sanya skill, which I have here, well, she doesn't have that many, right? I mean, she have a full burst, really good. Axel can be really useful for water build, then has some awakening, really useful for stacking support skill. And then we have more support skill, pass skill, Power Rise 4 for example can be really good, and some really useful passive that can play around. Some free skill that is not included, of course, and then the rest that I think they're like meh, you don't really need them. So Sanya has some really good option, unless you are saving for your Arcana Gem for her birthday, which could be also a good option if you don't really want KOHARU skill. If you look into KOHARU skill, well, she has definitely many skills that you can get, many useful and many decent bad ones. Mostly full burst, really good one. Chain, definitely something you really want. Connect skill could be also really useful. Axel if you want to play around stacking or debuff. Then mod skill, you don't really care about mod skill, but really nice to have collection. Awakening skill, she do have a lot of really useful. For example, this one here, really useful to increase the breakage on frost weakest enemy, or even break the enemy if you can do that. And some really good dagger skill as well. Burst skill, really useful. Support skill, really nice to have. Some fodder, some passive that you can play around. Some Power Rise 3, Power Rise 4 example, really good. And then we should not include the limited and free ones, because limited are not available and free one you get them for free. So yeah, so KOHARU has many options that you can get. And then for Sanya, she doesn't have that many skills, so you have lower chance to get Sanya. So it is definitely up to you if you want to summon on this one or not. It really depends. If you need some KOHARU skill and Sanya skill, then this banner is definitely worth it. It's definitely worth your Arcana Gem. 2,500 Arcana Gem for a guaranteed 4-star, really good. But if you're a player that is looking for specific skill, for example, you're only looking for this full burst KOHARU, then I wouldn't really recommend unless you want to gamble your chance, then go ahead. It's really low chance, like I said, it's close to 1%. Even though that 1%, do you really believe in your luck? Maybe not. So I will only recommend this banner if you're looking for a lot of KOHARU skill and Sanya skill, like I showed you. If you need some of the Sanya skill here, decent amount, then yes. Same goes for KOHARU. If it needs a lot of KOHARU skill, then yeah, definitely really worth. This is a banner for players that miss out KOHARU's birthday and Sanya's birthday and really want some of the skill. Then this banner really worth it. It is a lot cheaper. You're only paying 2,500 Arcana Gems for a 4-star, which is definitely worth it. But if you're a player that's looking for your specific skill, then I will say do not do it. Not really worth it. It can be really costly, and there's no like PD or selector where you pick one skill that you are aiming for. So you can spend like maybe 10k Arcana Gems or even 100k. You still won't get the skill unless you're really lucky. That's it. So you have to consider the risk when following this banner. For new players, is this banner worth to summon on? It really depends if you need Sanya skill or KOHARU, otherwise you can pretty much save your Arcana Gems and only rely on free pulls. If you don't really care about KOHARU skill at all, like you don't really need of the skill, then you can pretty much skip. Same goes for Sanya, you pretty much skip. You don't really need a skill. You can use some other skill that can have some similar effect, or you can use other skill that can play around. So new players, it really depends. If you really need KOHARU skill and Sanya, then go ahead. You can check out my budget review on, though I do talk more about the skill there. I don't want to go more details in here. If you want to know more about the KOHARU skill and Sanya skill, then go check out my banner review on their birthday. I do talk more their skill, what is good, what is bad, so you can check that out. And last one, rerollers. Is this banner worth to summon on for you guys? Yes and no. I wouldn't really recommend rerolling on this banner because getting 2,500 Arcana Gems, that means you have to progress through floor 1 and potential floor 2 as well to get 2,500 Arcana Gems. And that takes a long time, roughly like 40 minutes to reroll because you have to progress through the story and also kill the enemies. And when you're rerolling, you're only aiming for one skill specifically, which is the Sanya full burst, because sword is easier to build. Meanwhile, if you reroll for dagger or full burst, they're really hard to build around because they require more skill to play. Meanwhile, sword, you have easy to activate. You only need dark skill and even used earth skill, which should be easy to access. And sword is easier to build around. It doesn't really require that many skill. Meanwhile, if you reroll for other skill, for example, the full burst KOHARU, this one, the full burst dagger, if you were rerolling for this one, well, it do require a lot of other stuff. For example, you need a skill to apply element, and if you want to use the full potential, you want to have more stacks on the enemy, and also you also need 2 silica skill. Maybe you don't have that, so it do require a lot of stuff. And able to activate it, you need earth / wind, unless you're limit breaking the skill, which remove this sequence. So rerolling for KOHARU dagger skills, I wouldn't really recommend it. I would rather recommend use reroll for Sanya. That's it. Other skill, nah, not really worth the reroll. So for rerollers, if you plan to reroll, I don't really recommend it, but you can do that. It's just gonna take a lot of time. So yeah, TLDR, this banner is definitely worth it if you need KOHARU skill and Sanya skill. New players, if you really like KOHARU and Sanya, go ahead, definitely worth it. Rerollers, I do not recommend rerolling this one. It really costs, it takes time. Really hard to gather 2,500 Arcana Gems, and it takes really long time to reroll. Other than that, if you're still unsure, you can pretty much save your Arcana Gems because we still have more stuff upcoming. We do have live stream on Friday, so you can wait for that if you also want that. Maybe we are getting more new skills, who knows? And we are in summer, so they're probably gonna release a lot of more skill. That potential could be better banner to summon on, but we'll see. But that's for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Take care now, and bye bye.